Hi everyone, welcome to Module 7. For Module 7, you're going to be reading chapters 19 and 20. You're going to have your paper that is due in this module, and you're going to have the My Econ Lab work. I did provide a lot of information about the paper in my Module 6 instructor guidance video, so make sure to review that. With the paper, I'll just go over a couple things. You're needing to make sure that you submit one document. You need to make sure the document is APA formatted, which includes your title page, reference page, and text citations. And you need to make sure to have your full article at the end of the paper or at the end of the reference page. No links for your article that you're evaluating. It should be a full article where you copy and paste it. If you click right here on the APA formatting template, that is something you can use, and it'll really assist with your effort, and it'll make it much easier to really understand APA formatting. You can just change things around and you're ready to populate it right away. So I think that'll be very helpful to you. Now let's go over a couple of concepts in chapter 19. 19 is looking at taxation. When we look at taxation, it's the measure of value upon which a tax is levied. And that's when we're looking at the taxes that we are being burdened with in our economy. You'll notice that tax structures must be paid in 25% of income, for example. So when we look at taxes on stocks versus taxes on flow, so that's a little bit different. You have a couple different things. You have personal income tax, you have a consumption tax, you have a retail sales tax, payroll taxes, wage tax, profit tax. You'll notice that from households to the product market, they consume something. And when they consume something, they pay a tax. And then from product markets to firms, they buy things. And then they pay a sales tax or retail tax. Firms supply stuff in the factor market. And when they supply things, you notice there's payroll taxes, profit taxes that exist. And then you'll notice that given that households are working, and when they work, they're paying wage taxes and personal income tax. So you notice it's a very important point to evaluate. And you notice taxes really create a disincentive in our economy sometimes. And when we look at the disincentive, you'll notice that we're really looking at how taxes are going to be focused in terms of the structuring of individuals. When you look at the tax structure, this is the marginal tax rates, you'll notice that individual income taxes have been around the 44 to 45% level in terms of the amount of money that the government brings in. You notice that it has decreased over time. And you notice, given that it has decreased, this has created a much more interesting challenge that we're facing. And when we look at this interesting challenge, you're seeing the government's getting less percentage from individual income taxes. When you look at corporations, you'll notice they're not paying as much as they did in the 60s. You'll also notice social insurance taxes are very important as well. So now, you have the proportion. You see individual income taxes are a very large portion. Then you have business taxes. Then you have social insurance taxes. Excise tax and other receipts are very small. But the big portion of where we pay our taxes, the government gets their money, is through insurance taxes, Social Security, and individual income. You have three different types of tax systems. You have a proportional tax, and a proportional tax is the tax whose burden is the same portion of all income. You pay the same. Then you have a progressive tax. This is a tax whose burden, which is expressed as a percentage of income, increases as your income increases. Then you have a regressive tax, which as your income increases, the tax actually decreases. When you look at the progressive income tax, that's what we have in the United States. So as we earn more money, you'll notice that the income levels increase, which causes the taxes to increase as well. These are very important to focus on. And that's what we need to look at when we look at these tax systems. Please let me know if you have any questions. or if you need me to pre-grade any of your work with regard to paper, as I'm more than willing to assist.